I'll make you swamp the deck again. I'll throw you in the brig. I swear I make them up the plank, the right, the wrong you did. The day you mess with scary, you wish you never born. You feel this pirate scorn. All right, we should be live now. Excellent. We are showing that we are live on YouTube. Excellent. Awesome. Let me turn down the music on my end. You're too loud, Mario Striker soundtrack. You are far too loud for my taste. Oh, God. He's here. Watkins, this lovely Tism Lord, is in the chat. Hello, good sir. How you doing today, Watkins? Am I going to be excited for today? I could go either way at this point. Everything should be set up. Yeah. Oh, yeah. By the way, everyone, before we move on, just want to point out here that in the description, there's a link, of course, to any, like, my group channel, to the Domains, and of course the Twitter. But more importantly, is the link to Golden Haas's DeviantArt. I don't remember if I put it in past videos, but I'm making sure I do it for today because, my lord, this artist is extremely talented. I'm doing great. An amazing chapter, says Walk-ins of House D. Interesting. Well then. If you say it's great, it's for a few reasons. One, it's because it was actually objectively fantastic. Or two, there's an Odin callback. Or three, Ben Beckman shows up and goes, don't even do anything, Kaido. Alright. Let's do a little recap of 1008 before we continue. Let's see here. 1008. That's right. Man, I completely forgot about the fake Odin situation. So Foden showed up, and it's like, hello, it's me, I'm Odin. And then Ostra's like, no, he's Conjuro. And then Conjuro is real to have been alive. And everyone's like, oh, yay. And then Orochi's alive. Yay. And then, afterwards, did we go back to the... Yeah, we went right back to the rooftop. And the supernovas are ready to face off against hybrid Kaido, who looks silly, and Big Mom. Oh yeah, and Ashura died. He's so dead. I'm gonna be a dick. Like come the end of Wano, if he's actually dead, I'm gonna feel like a dick. But unfortunately, Oda has played the death card so many times already that I just don't buy anything that dies. For Katakuri is revealed to be Kaido's child. Wasn't that the popular theory for a while, that the triplets Oven, Daifuku, and Katakuri, weren't they all like... Wasn't the popular opinion that they were just born from Big Mom and Kaido who had a fling? I could have sworn that was the thing. That was the good old populist theory that was going on. Alrighty then. Yeah, I think that's it. Is that for recap? Yeah, it is. Oh yeah, there was the badass line of Luffy going like, they're only human. Yeah, that's all I got, really. Not much else to say, you know? I'm just excited to see what happens next. So we'll see how that goes. Get out of here, you glorious fan art, you. Alrighty then. Oh, perfect music to come back on. Excellent. Oh yeah, and if you guys couldn't tell by the title, then we shall also be doing a behind-the-scenes look at the April Fool's video I put out yesterday. And the only reason I want to do April Fool's is because I put a lot of stupid Easter eggs in it. And I always thought it'd be fun to do one of those. So, this is the perfect opportunity to do so. All right. 1009, here we come. So Luffy has made the front cover. Good for him. Act 3 of Wano is going strong. The roar approaches its climax. Okay, this begs the question. Of course, we're going to quickly stop before copyright comes in. But I honestly don't. Oh, wait a sec. Hold on. I need to switch the layout. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. I need to switch the layout. All right. There we go. Now, when I go back to the tab, it should be much bigger. But yeah, Act 3 is still going on. I don't know what Act 4 and Act 5 could possibly be. I don't know, because at this point, Watkins, you and I were basically content with saying that Act 3 would end with like a great tragedy, like maybe Scabbers lose. That could be the end of Act 3. Then Act 4 could be the Pirates versus the Yonko. That's what that's like that would have been the most logical. But now here we are. Act 3 has been going for, oh god, has it been a year? Has it really been a year since Act 3 started? I don't remember. But I don't know what Act 4 and Act 5 could possibly be. Unless Act 5 is like 3 chapters, like it's the epilogue. I don't know anymore. Alrighty then, let's get back into this. Get up here, you chapter, you scans, you. Oh, Ultramarks is here. Good morning, Bub. Get ready for hype. We'll see. We'll see about that. And yes, Act 3 has been a year. Go to Act 4. I'm going to laugh if this chapter actually just ends up going to Act 4. I would laugh my ass off. Alrighty then. Ooh, hello. Hello, hello. Yo, look at that Brooke. Look at that Brooke shot on the back. That sweater. I want it. I want the sweater. Wait a sec. Before I make any assumptions, let's just read the cover page request by Honey Nameko or Namiko. The Straw Hats, Otama, and Komochio put hats on Jizo statues to help shelter from the snow. I can't read today. Good thing that I, a chapter reactionist, am. Good thing that I'm dyslexic. All right. Oh, what's this on the card? New Vivid card starter pack 1 of Volume 1. I don't care. On Act 3 is going strong. Too long. The fierce battle Onigashima approaches its climax. Didn't they say the same shit lasts for like the past 2 chapters? Wasn't it the climax is coming? It's been like that for 2 chapters. But yeah. Okay, so I'm going to speculate here. Look at Brooke's sweater. Notice it has the horns. And what else has horns? That is correct. Yamato. This cover art request is only proof that Yamato will be joining the Straw Hats. Meanwhile, Carrot and Momo are going to be left in a crater created by a pit of fan hatred. And that is why they will die come Act 5 of Wano. Oh, damn, it has been a year. I know, right? All right. Let's get started. The castle interior, the roaring inferno consumes all. Douse the fire. Ooh, okay, let me read the speech bubbles first. Douse the fire, pour it out. We need water. It burns. Well, yes, of course it burns. That's what it's what fire does. You absolute muppet. I hate the minions. If anyone's new here, I despise the writing and the minions of One Piece. They are only there to state the obvious, and it always pisses me off because I imagine that they are burning from the artwork itself. Also, can we point out something? I don't know if I ever saw this, but apparently Kaido's home has hoses. Is it like a devil fruit ability that they have a hose on standby? That's very interesting. All right, anyway. Chapter 1009. Hell. Oh! Wait. Oh! We're doing this already, huh? We're doing this. Okay, we're. I was expecting a bit more of a how you'll say a build up, but shit, goddamn, I was not expecting this right out of the gate. Just owl left blue. Okay. Um, Orochi's here. Oh no. Okay, so let's see what happens. Orochi, Kirimon, Orochi Saba. They're unaware that you already met your demise once today. What does that have to do with anything, good old Fuku? Okay, so what happens next? Holy shit, we got double pay, and I saw. Oh no! I saw a dark panel. Oh no! Hold on, everyone. Let's go ahead and get the analysis screen capture up and ready, and throw it in Final Cut and change the color so we can read it in all its glory. Give me a second here. Meanwhile, how's the comments looking? No, just Momo will be in the crater. Kara joining with Yamato. I highly doubt that. They're all doomed, walk-ins. The order of Kara shall die. Momo, nope. I'm sorry, Ultimax. I can't put lies. I can't highlight lies in this beloved stream. That I can't put up. He speaks the truth. All right. And let's get the screen capture in here. Come on. We don't have all day. We only have 13 hours. Less than 13 hours. All right. Less than 13 hours before the day is over. I need to make it bigger. Bigger! Enhance! Computer, enhance. Okay. I'll just stick with the blue. Oh, shit. Too much blue. Too much blue. Holy hell. All right, there we go. There we go. There we go. Alrighty then. So, Fuku, please flee. I shall handle. Imbecile. Oh, okay. Don't take his help. Imbecile. I would be surrounded if I went back now. Besides, Kaido has already softened them up. What the fuck are you gonna do? Are you gonna... It's gonna be the climax of Aladdin where Jafar turns into a snake like I can be, and he just gets stabbed, and that's gonna be it. And like, so you're what's left of the Kazuki clan. The truth about Kanjuro must have come as a shock, right? Mm-hmm. I am okay. All right, let's see where this goes. I admit I was also shocked by you, Kiyoshiro. I suppose you're both adept at deception. Yes. Along with hairstyles. Kanjuro and Kiyoshiro's hairstyles were pretty ballin'. You half-dead failures don't frighten me. Oh, no. I'm going to consume you and put an end to your misery. You ghosts will pay for haunting me over the last 20 years. And yeah, they drew the sword. I saw, when I captured this, I saw the head decapitate, and oh my, it looks like it looks like Orochi's he's out. He's just out. Before I make my judgments, I'm just gonna keep reading on, because last week I jumped the gun a little. I'm gonna take my time here. However, if he's actually dead from this, and if Fuku really didn't do jack shit to help out his lord, I might be just a little peeved, but who knows? Who knows? Something could happen from this. So, yeah, let's just X out of Final Cut Pro and let's just get back to the delicious chapter. Hello, Ahmad! How are you doing, man? Hopefully well in these times. Be sure to count the heads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 heads, right? Yeah, I think so. Unless there's any like off screen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I see 5. 6. That would be 6, including the Kaido. So technically, we would have 3 more heads. But let's hope that's the case. Let's really hope that's the case. What's this? Actually, count the heads. You might be surprised. Yeah. So if there's 3 heads remaining, Huzzah. However, this could also backfire. Wait a sec. Answer me this, everyone. Aren't the number of heads Orochi has public knowledge? Oh my god, yeah, it would be knowledge. Kyoshiro would know how many heads the bastard has. He's been serving him for 20 years. He has to know. So if there's less heads than expected, maybe Kyoshiro could be like, wait, guys, hold on. Give him time to regenerate, and then we'll just slice off his head again, or some shit like that. Actually, 2 more heads left. 1 left for each sibling, Momo and Hiyori. Oh, God. He has 2 heads remaining. The Orochi... Oh, Orochi has 8. My mistake. That is my mistake. So, 2 heads remaining. But yeah, if they simply wait, they could kill him for good. That's all I'm saying. All right. Back to you, chapter. And let's enhance you again. Back to state. Oh, Orochi, good job, Fuku. Man, you really helped out there with your lord. We don't have time to waste on the likes of you. You'll be judged in hell. I'm not saying shit yet. Let's just get to the end first, and then I'll come back to this. There's just a tinge of unbridled that I want to go into, but not now. Not now. All right, so Orochi is dead. Dead for good, everyone. All right, so Fuku is looking over the Orochi head, and then someone that looks like Raizo, judged from the back. You wish to avenge him? Oh, shit! Walkins, Otarks, we fucking called it. There's going to be a battle of the ninjas. Okay. Wasn't expecting it this early, but I'll take it. I'm surprised, Fukurokuju, you show such devotion to a dead fool. I could say the same thing about all of you. We were fated to clash before we ever chose sides. You know that, Raizo? Who wants to make a bet? Who wants to bet that the entire battle between these two, actually, no, not the entire battle. How about 90% of the battle? Who wants to bet it's going to be off-screened? I'm going to throw my hat in. I'm going to say it's going to be off-screened. That's all I could say. That's my bet. Anyone else feel lucky at all? I hope so, because I'm very interested in what you guys are going to say. Wait a sec. I sense a dark presence in chat. What are you doing here, you Sanji lover, you piece of work? I can't insult you, Mr. Prims. You're too pure of a British soul. I want the anime to just start playing Naruto music for the scene. Yes, indeed. I say 80% will be off screen. That's a fair bet. This battle will be better than Naruto versus Sasuke. Which one? Which one, Walkins? First one or the final one? Final one's a very tough act to follow. All right, back to this. Oniga. Perfect. We got the rooftop shit. Good. I like. Give me more. Onigashima, the rooftop.
Kaido, let's try a combined attack. I wonder how many of the 5 will survive.
That's how I'm doing her laugh now. Fuck you. All right, so Kid. Oh, cool. He still has the 2 mechanized arm launcher things. It's such a cool weapon. I live for the steampunk shit, guys. I like Kid a lot because of that reason. Trafalgar, can't you use your powers to send one of them away? I would have done it already if I could. Their hockey, is too strong. I can't move them directly. Fine, we'll just tear them apart. Yeah. Spoken like a true motherfucking pirate. Yes. So that's an interesting statement to absorb. Their hockey is too strong. I can't move them directly. So is it like, okay. To try and explain this, so you guys know how, like, when characters, they put the arm and hockey on, it's like that layer of, a layer of black. energy or black spirit. I don't fucking how to technically describe it, but it's like, is hockey like a weight? Like it weighs a specific amount in your soul. And like Big Mom and Kaido's hockey is gigantic, and Luffy's big too, but like not everyone is equal. So maybe the weight of the hockey is too much for someone like Law's room. Is that the implication? I assume it is. That's the only thing I can gather from this. Oh my God, Killian, you have returned. Have a good day off to work, and you have left me. Let's see. Oh, I missed some comments here. Both won. How dare you? Final one was trash. Wait, oh shit. Law. Okay, he's so good. You are joking. That's such a good battle, though. That's so good. Don't have to activate my 9-tail Sharingan mode. Yes, Watkins, but is it better than nuclear fission? Yeah, that's right. It's 9-tail Sharingan mode isn't better than nuclear fission. Thank you, Boruto manga, for hurting me. Hockey makes them heavy. All right. Spoiler, Orochi is Big Mom's nephew. That would be interesting. And by interesting, I mean no. Well, how I thought if it was hockey is willpower. The weight of their wills. That actually sounds much cooler. I'm keeping that. I'm keeping that explanation. All right. Back to it, lads. Back to a hopping adventure. By the way, this is normal size, right? Good. All right. Heads up. They're going to do something big. Oh, I guess that's the future vision. Or maybe he just saw the poses and they're getting better. I hope you can still swing that, hag. Who do you think you're talking to, brat? A team attack, eh? Well, they're fucked. They're fucked. Oh wait, that's the Kaku sovereignty attack. If Kaido knows a sovereignty move, I'm going to be really happy. I'm going to be very happy. All right. So, all right, that's a double page. All right. I'm going to try my best not to look. Just focus on the top, focus on the top, focus on the top, focus on the top, focus on the top part. God damn. All right. Think, don't look. Don't you dare look. Don't you fucking look. All right. Keep your eyes on the bottom. Ignore the panel. Okay. Good. Get out there. Whew. That was scary. It was scary. All right. Let's get rid of you. All right, computer. Prepare the image. Okay. And let's make it big. And yeah. That's a good image to. That's a good way to start this off. Okay, and let's get this guy back up here. Okay, back to this. I saw a comment pop up. Who said that? Who fuck said shit? Get that Boruto trash out of my One Piece. But Boruto's better. Boruto's better than One Piece. Don't you understand? Boruto's the son of Naruto's dad. And they technically have more willpower than Law. That's true. Piccolo's about to show up and shout, "Dodge!" I'm curious about one aspect of this fight regarding hockey, but we can talk about that when we get to it. Or, as you say, Watkins, when we get out it. All right. So, Zoro, get the transfer. Thank you. This is insane. To hear Zoro say this is insane means that So look at those two faces. That's a good face. I will rescind my Kaido hybrid comment at least on the face. The body portion it's ugly. I don't really like it, but the face is spot on. And I like that Big Mom face. Is that? Oh, here we go. We won't be able to dodge. They're doomed, Ultimarks. Piccolo can't say, quick, Piccolo, jump in front of them and take the blow. All right, so ocean sovereignty. Yeah. Holy shit. Well, they're fucking dead. They're gonna die. They're not gonna survive this. Well, fuck. I don't know how they're gonna get out of this. Unless they did okay, maybe Law does a room shambles trick, but they got caught up in the blast somewhat. That's the only thing I can assume. All right, so oh fuck. All right, no, that happened. Okay, what? Wait, what's going on? Was it stopped? Who stopped the attack? Was it Zoro? What? All of you, run! Zoro! Shit, yo! We can't let them wipe us out. Is that the first time he yelled with a sword in his mouth? Because this is the first. I don't think I've ever seen a panel with the sword out of his mouth as he yells. And how fucking ironic that in the English dub, Chris Sabat, aka Piccolo, voices Zoro. Yo! Zoro is stopping a combo attack from Big Mom and Kaito. Shit. Is he actually gonna, stop it? Or is it, holding it back? We need to read on. We have to read on. That's really cool. That's so cool. That's Yosha! Seeing the hybrid form of Kaido in action actually made me like the design more. Are they dead? We should return to that talk piece episode about Zoro. Reminds of the end of Little Garden, only bigger. Technically, Piccolo did block the attacks. Oh, you English dub actors, the same as Piccolo's. Damn it, Trevor, your hockey is too strong. You read my comment before you saw it. Yes, I am. Call me Trevi. My name is Trevi. I shall duel the main character of this planet, Jesus, and then as I beat him to a bloody pulp, I shall change my mind at the end and be like, yeah, you're a good guy, I'll let you go. Although, then again, that is a miracle of Christ. All right, bring it back in. Computer, initiate screen share of the One Piece chapter 1009. Thank you, my dear Fräulein computer. Yo! I love art that looks like this. Oh, shit. Okay, the favorite ones here are Law and Kid. Holy shit. That is so cool. I also like the Zoro struggling. Oh shit. So is Zoro actually going to hold off against it? Or it exploded and he's dead. What the fuck is happening? Okay, so giant explosion. Rubble. What the fuck? Kaido, I can still sense their voices. Is that in? Either this is a translation issue, or Kaido has the ability of the voice of all things. If he can still sense their voices. Impressive, they managed to get away. Zoro, you still with us? Ugh, barely. Okay, let me finish up this panel. That didn't buy much time, but thanks for blocking. Oh, see, appreciative kid. He's not a total scumbag after all. Killer, where's okay, I need to stop the screen share. I need to. Can we talk about this real quick? Just please. First comments. This was an unnecessary hype moment for Zoro. Wasn't even needed, but I'll take it. What do you mean wasn't even needed? If it wasn't for Zoro, they'd be dead. Reminds me to don't apologize, Ahmad. You're all good. And what is Sanji doing? Figuring out where to go. Lost like Zoro gets. Yes, Watkins. Stir the pot. Make Mr. Prems fall victim to your troll. And then Mr. Prems shall renounce his love for Sanchi, and all shall be well in the house of tigers. Sanchi shows up as this happens and dies because he didn't dodge. He's so fucking funny. He skywalks to the top and he fucking dies. Okay, so I need to just say it real quick. Ever since the post-time skip happened, Zoro has been a very different character. He's not really as emotive as he was in the pre-time skip. You can definitely tell that it was a side effect of the Mihawk training. And also during this post-time skip, you also see that he's not really challenged. Like, the only time where he tried anything was when he did the chant to cut Pika in half. But the first time that we see him really put so much effort, like the first time he's actually been tested, is here. Blocking an attack from two motherfucking Yonko, and it was too much for him. It took everything he had to stop it. I am so happy that for once we finally see a ceiling on Zoro. I'm very happy about that. Very, very proud. Good. Very good. I applaud. I would tip my hat to you, but I need my headphones. So, yeah, excellent. Very good. Very good indeed. All right, let's get back to the Z chapter. Let me close up Final Cut Pro. Alrighty then. And bring the chapter back up, please. Yeah, that man, that was so cool. All right, where's Straw Hat? Yeah, zoom in again. Oh shit, too much. I saw that shit. All right, so Luffy charging, obviously. Zoro got a little hurdy-wordy. And he goes, Gumba no. That's a Red Hawk by the looks of it. Red? Yeah, it is. And Kaido dodges. Interesting that he would dodge the attack. You would think he would tank it. Okay. But Luffy goes, shee. It's like, why are you dodging, Kaido? Is it because it would hurt? Oh. All right, so Luffy's laughing because he's making progress. That's cool. I like that. That's a nice detail. However, I do have to point out that I hope the next panel is, what's wrong, Kaido? Why are you dodging? Are you fearful of getting hurt? Kaido just clubs him in the face and he just sends him flying. It's like, yeah, I dodged, but you're not immune, bitch. Well, aside from the beginning of this chapter, this is quite enjoyable. All right. Is it because it would hurt? Why did I call? How? Why? How am I able to call this shit? Kind of literally just was like, fuck you. Fuck you, bitch. Get fucked, idiot. Yeah. Luffy guards and kind of just sends the motherfucker flying. Oh, God. Your face is on point, but your body is gross and bleh. I don't like it. Oh, what's this in the comments? He doesn't actually stop it, he delays it. Zoro delays the attack and Law whips him out of there. Go back and look. Beginning of the chapter is no, it wasn't walking to a shit. But that depends on what happens. But wait, did he? Going back for science. All of you run, Zoro. Taking the blast. Oh, Law did the pose. Couldn't even tell right there. All right. Does the pose. It explodes. Oh, and he teleports right to him. Ah, gotcha. Still, what a great moment. That was really cool. I will not complain. And yes, what Premp said. But yes. All right, so yep, Luffy's still reeling in pain. Kaido jumps. All right. What is okay? I know Oda is inspired by Toriyama quite a bit, but This isn't. Is that supposed to be a flame breath? Because honestly, I'm just getting Nappa vibes. Because Nappa just unhinges his jaw and fires a key blast from his mouth. This is a Nappa move, which means everyone, Nappa's Yonka level. Fight me. You won't. You don't have the guts. All right, so then Kaido flies up to the air. 3 realms. Wasn't the Thunder Bagua 2 realms or something? Oh no, what? Oh fuck! Why can't I remember the name? Someone will tell me in the comments though. Luffy looks up and what's the Okay. So Luffy's dead. He's probably dead right now. No worries. We can give the main character status to Law. I won't complain. Kill Luffy. Kill him. Death to Luffy and Sanji. Kill them. So, we need to talk about the Ragnarok thing. So, you know what? We're gonna take a little break. We're not gonna. I need to pull up YouTube here really fast. Just give me a moment here. Vicky the Viking. All right, so guys, here's what's gonna happen. So there's a show called Vicky the Viking, and according to Oda, it was the show that inspired him to do One Piece in the first place. So I also saw someone on Reddit, and they made really interesting comparisons about how the villain of Vicky the Viking was connected to Kaido. So seeing Ragnarok as an attack with this Vicky Viking inspired villain is very interesting. And so I plan on reviewing this entire series, all 52 episodes in the English dub, because I am a monster. But Watkins should know what's coming up here. I will only play like 5 seconds of it because copyright. What the fuck? Hello. Hi, Precious. How are you? Didn't even see you. Mwah. My little angel. But yeah. This is what I'm going to be reviewing one of these days. So, this is what hooked me on the show. I hope everyone's ready. Please tell me the audio's up. Awesome.
Chief, I've sighted our precious village of Flag. Oh, give me that.
The show that inspired Oda. That's gonna be very interesting to review. But yeah, Kaido Ragnarok shit. I'm good for that. If that's the connection, then let's go. Okay, so Luffy's dead. Either Law and Kid are gonna get the main character status. Zoro's huffing and puffing, and Kid made a box. I have no idea what that's about. Big Mom, it's ready. All right. Oh, Kid and Law working together. Excellent. Shambles, what are they up to? They're gonna put Zeus in the box. Oh shit! They're gonna start depowering Big Mom. I don't know about Prometheus though and Napoleon, but all right. Why, it's so dark in here. Where am I? Ready, Roronoa? I'll have to be. Oh, shit. Oh, okay. All right, so, okay, a few things to notice. Zoro cut in Prometheus. Very good. So, yeah, they are going to literally depower Big Mom. So what's funny is that Big Mom on her own, she's still dangerous, but she's not nearly as dangerous. She doesn't have a fireball, she doesn't have a thundercloud, she doesn't have a sword. She's literally just a giant. True, she's unstoppable, but she's still a motherfucking giant. She doesn't have the reach anymore. She can't use giant sword energy slashes, can't spew the fires of hell. She can't shoot lightning, my little princess. You're adorable. So yeah, if they actually like depower Big Mom, they're gonna have a lot better chances of fighting her off. Also, though, how so did Killer just disarm Big Mom? Did he just rush in there and take the sword away with one slash? I know that the supernova shouldn't be underestimated, but if Killer just disarmed Big Mom, that's a very impressive feat. Because, well, Big Mom, for obvious reasons, is kind of out of Killer's weight class. Here's what Pep said. My favorite panel coming up. This one? Is this it? Yes, Kitty, indeed. Give me that. Teamwork. Kakashi would be proud. Killer a go. Yeah, Mr. Prems. How come Killer's not number 1 on your supernovas list? Traitor. Actually, you know what? Yes, let's just keep it up here for the Killer. Keep it up there for Killer, everyone. But yeah, man, fucking hype. This is great. This is great stuff. All right, next up, Big Mom falls. What if she bleeds? Because technically that's herself falling. Maybe she scraped her knees. And Prometheus, you're not allowed to reform. That's a badass line, I gotta say. Zoro is just being the MVP here of this goddamn chapter. Flame Slice. He did the 6 pass. Oh, that's cool. All right. And yeah, Prometheus looks like that's going to knock him out for a while. No doubt. And Napoleon is just running away. He knows what's up. He knows what's going on here. Killer.
Yeah, stop that. I'm just a normal sword. You nitwits.
Mama, save us.
They can't, though. This is what happens when teamwork happens, yo. Fuck you all. What am I doing with my body? Behold, a Lucky Charms bar. Doesn't have any relevance? No, but fuck you. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going crazy. This chapter's hyping me up. I love it. Don't look at me like that. You can look at the window. You look at all the trees and the dogs, you princess, you. All right, so kid, Punk Pistols. I like that name, Punk Pistols. Did you whelps really think getting rid of them? Oh, and the arrows are bouncing off. Kid, you might want to dodge. Please dodge. Please dodge. Do not get one shot here. Would allow you to beat me? Oh, no. Oh, kid. No. No. I don't want to look at the comments because Watkins is probably eating this shit up as the Tismic Lord he is. You know what? Let's just keep reading. If I ignore it, you'll be all okay. That's what One Piece stands do when criticism is ever brought up. They just ignore it. So yeah, kid's in the ground. Damn it. But, oh, he grabs the... You know what? No, fuck you, Watkins. This is a good moment. Yes! So, yes, he grabbed Big Mom's arm and is repelling it. He's literally... Kid is going to disarm himself literally to just send her flying. Okay, I'm all for that shit. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, so he just... Jesus Christ! Think about this, guys. His repel is so strong, he literally catapulted her a mile into the fucking air. God damn. Okay, let's go. And then Law, tact. That is a big rock. Also, it's is she going to go off the island? Please tell me she's going to go off Onigashima. She's going to fly off the island and just fall into the sea. Or, better yet, she flies off and falls on the Big Mom pirate ship that have been following her. And then, like, the impact from the fall obliterates the ship and they all sink and die, especially Flampe. Thanks for leaving me, by the way. Oh. Tell me it's coming. Oh, okay. I haven't checked on comments at all. After reading Urusei Yatsura, I want Zeus to scream, why? It's dark. It's cramped. I'm scared. That is basically what is happening. I mean, I didn't show that comment. My bad. Watkins. I mean, Killer isn't Apu, so... Yeah, but make him, like, number 4. Fuck you. Get me on, big Bit Mom. Bit Mom's biggest weakness is everyone over relying, her, be it her children or aspects of her soul. Fuck him up, Big Mom. No, fuck you. Fuck you. Oh, don't worry. Kid moved up a bit in my heart. Heart. I'm kidding. I'm the one with no heart. we're Nazi hate mongers and the toxic brood walk-ins. No matter what, those titles will always be a part of us. Alrighty then. Then, you numbskulls, what's the point of hitting me with the She's going off the island. She's going off. Tell me. Curses, there's not the ocean below. Zeus, help! Zeus can't save you now. Oh no, Zoro. Oh no, don't you dare fall down, Zoro. It's time for you to drop out. They just beat a motherfucking Yonko. Like, not to death, but the 4 supernovas together just beat a Yonko and pushed her away. You see, years ago, I did a whole Cake Island review. I'm very proud of it. There are many things I want to change in that. Like getting rid of the live action skits entirely. They were stupid. But, one of my favorite moments in the entire arc was Jinbei, Jinbei, Nami, Brooke, and Chopper teaming up to push Big Mom off a boat. Off their boat. Their combined efforts literally pushed her off a boat. And then we get this shit, where it's the supernovas, and they literally push her off an island. And now there's nothing but ocean, and by all counts, she's fucking dead. Fuck, yo. She's gonna be saved somehow, some way. She's gonna survive because, of course, we're gonna have to be dramatic with her death or fall or whatever. But oh shit! I know how she's gonna live. The Big Mom pirates were following the island, and then Smoothie unleashes her water shit, or her cream shit from Pirate Warriors 4, and it'll catch Big Mom, and the others will help her. And then Big Mom's like, okay, well, when they reach Wano, I'm killing them all. And then it's all that's left is Kaido. That's my prediction. But just the act. They literally just beat a Yonko. By all accounts, boom, dead, over, done. That was very impressive. I like that shit. Oh, they did not beat a Yonka. They kind of did. They pushed her off an island with only death below. I don't give a shit. By my accounts, that is a loss in her book. Oh, fuck. Still kicking myself for not making... Dude, you should don't be afraid. Everything happening with Big Mom is what I was going to put in: anger, frustration. Also, Zoro and coughing up blood on that last page. Tragedy incoming. Curses foiled again. Chief, hello, Chief. They didn't beat Big Mom. They did. They fucking did. She's fucking losing. All this just to slam dunk Big Mom. Okay, that's a better term. I like that better than beat. They slam dunked her to the fucking ocean. 4 supernovas can just about disarm my uncle, push them into sea. Yeah, she's fucking done. I don't give a shit. She's fucking done. All that just, yes, exactly. They pushed her off an island. There's only death below. Yes. I like that shit. High diff to just push her off an island. Exactly. I don't give a shit. We've seen weirder stuff in One Piece. Fuck you all. Next chapter starts. Big Mom is falling, but then suddenly she lands on a pile of mochi. Oh, God, no. It's kind of crazy. She looks more unkillable than Kaido. Yeah, that's true. Yep. All right. So that was the chapter. Aside from the beginning portion with Orochi and Fuku, who kind of just stood there doing nothing while his lord was being attacked, and also the fact that, Kiyoshiro would know that, hey, wait, hold on. I know we have to kill Kaido and all that, but hey, there's 5 heads. One of us should at least stay behind and stab him a few more times just to be sure. Or hell, just stab him more and then just walk away. Don't let Kinemon make all the decisions. You kind of just let him go. Again, at least with the first time that Orochi died, it was by shock value. Like, everyone was content with that shit. But here, you should probably stay behind. Make sure we died. Please. But all right. That's literally half of the stream is over. It's over. It's done. There it is. The Orochi stuff is fine. Don't worry about it. I am worrying about it. Tism. Big Mom actually the strongest Yonko. Not a single cut. That's true. Look at Shanks. He had his whole arm caught. Fucking poser ass bitch. All we needed is Luffy to finish the alley-oop. Orochi pulled a string from... What? Big Mom best Yonko. Can't change my mind. But what about... Im-sama? Yeah, that's it. He's a Yonko, right? Orochi's too weak for them to care. Exactly. One of them should care. One of them should really care. Just saying. He's big enough to be taken out by Momo. We don't know that. You don't fucking know that yet. All right. So that's one video. That's one video. No, that's one thing down. But now let's get into the real main attraction. Not really. Did I really just click on my screen again? No. Good. I clicked on the same video again. All right, everyone. So let's pull up the behind the scenes of the April Fool's video. Oh, wait, shit. That's the wrong screen. God fucking damn it. No, fuck you. Pull up the actual April Fool's video. Here we go. There we go. And for anyone questioning, sometimes I have my own stream pulled up in another tab in case the live stream gets taken down. It's either I can do that, or sometimes the StreamYard comments do not load up, so I have to go look on the YouTube tab. All right. I gotta head out and record my own review. Have fun, Prems. Remember, Orochi's trash. Have fun. The big goat, I always say. No. The moment we'll be able to neck diff Orochi. No. All right. So let's get into this, shall we? So, the April Fool's video. This is the context. This is the story behind everything. So, on Talk Piece episode 7, me, Walk-ins, Mr. Prems, we had Shonen OG on the chat. And we just talked about Zoro. In fact, on the top right, there's the video. Is Zoro overrated? We had a fun little chat about it. Actually, the story doesn't start there. So, Shonen OG once made a give me a hot take on One Piece. I think it was a hot take on anything. No, it was One Piece specific. So, yeah. OG put out a bulletin. It's like, hey, give me your One Piece hot takes. And I responded with, Bullet is the worst character. You know, Douglas J. Bull or whatever. He's the worst character in One Piece. Like, he's an abortion of writing. Shonen OG did not like that. Not one bit. So when he came on the show, on Talk Piece, he said that he would forgive me if I made a video about how Zoro was from Harvard Medical School and he was a doctor in the same realm as Trafalgar Law. Naturally, I was like, shit, you don't have to bribe me with a good time. I'll do that shit for free. And it's funny because Bullet is still a god-awful character. He is trash. You cannot objectively defend him. He is a terrible written character. One of the worst characters, not just One Piece, but pretty much all the fiction that I've ever seen. He's bad. He's really bad, guys. He's such a dog shit character. Okay, so yeah. So this entire thing was started off with that whole, hey, make a video on this, please. And I don't know what to do. Should I just I might keep the audio on. Yeah, you know what? Let's keep the audio on. And I'm just gonna go through this one detail at a time. So during the script writing of this video, I wanted it to sound as pretentious as possible. So during my entire script, I had this voice in my head, and whenever I finished a sentence, I would read it back in this stupid voice. It's like, behold, in this video, we will be covering the quantifiable thesis of Dr. OG. Like that. Pretentious shit like that. So that was that was the goal from the get-go, to be as intellectually pathetic as possible. So if we listen to like the first 5 seconds.
Hello and welcome to a new installment of Shonen Studies.
By the way, can everyone hear that? Can everyone hear the sound at all? Can I wait? Can I up the volume a little? Nope, that's at max volume. But yeah, hopefully I enabled sound on this one. But yeah, that was the first thing for script writing. Make it sound as pretentious as possible. And then you guys might notice the font. Now, anyone that's watched my past videos, you guys will notice that I don't really use standard fonts. I always go for custom fonts. The most common fonts I use are the fonts used for games like Diddy Kong Racing or Yoshi's Island. Because it's nice, it's vibrant, it's colorful, and it's unique. It's a very unique font. For this video, I wanted to harken back to the days where people would upload videos with like barely any effort. So that's exactly what I tried to do from the get-go. Just put in the laziest fonts I could possibly use in this stupid video. So yeah, Shonen Studies. Now, originally in the script, I was going to put a anagram for shonen. It's like, welcome to Shonen Studies. And of course, shonen stands for, and then I would just have like a stupid, not an anagram, an acronym. But I couldn't figure out anything stupidly clever for that one. So I decided to take Shonen Oji's name, which was spelled O-U-J-I. And with only 4 letters, it's so much easier. So much easier to make an acronym out of. But yeah, so Shonen Studies, and let's just continue.
Today, we will be covering the doctorate thesis in the quantifiable realm of OG.
Also, you guys will notice the background footage. So, if you guys ever heard of like the news YouTubers or the commentary YouTubers, they are the people that follow the online drama between YouTube celebrities or just like follow YouTube drama in general. And what these commentary videos tend to do is that they just use gameplay footage from like maybe Counter-Strike or surfing on Team Fortress 2 or Counter-Strike surfing. What I decided to do, try to be a little more topical, was that I decided to just download a random 8-hour video of Sea of Thieves. And that way, I won't have to worry about, getting footage from everywhere else. And I think you won't be able to tell it on the bottom left, but there are times where if you pay attention to the bottom left, you will actually see the watermark by the user I download this from. His name is Loopy Loophole or something like that. So I just used his video. But yeah, the doctorate thesis font as well. It was just another like I want to look fancy. I just wanted to look as fancy as possible. Boom, bam, boom. All right, let's just continue then.
OG, which of course stands for Overly Universal Joyful Intellectuals.
So yeah, with this one, the Overly Universal Joyful Intellectuals, to be honest with you, I had quite a difficult time coming up with the acronym, because at first it was like, I wanted it to sound like a diss to OG, but I didn't want to outright insult him. So I think the original version was like, obstinate, ultimately jackass intellectuals, or something like that. But that was too mean-spirited, so I immediately changed it to sound something just a bit more, to keep in the same real pretentiousness, but never flat out say bleh. But for this one, I was just like, you know what? Overly universal, joyful intellectuals. Yeah, that's what I want to use. So that's how the OG status came to be.
For this episode, we will be covering the long-lost truth that the world has missed for almost 22 years.
I'm so proud of this stupid edit. Just, you'd be surprised how much I had to resize the Straw Hat in order to fit onto the planet itself. But yeah, that's just minor detail.
This being that Roanoa Zolo has been one of the world's greatest doctors.
So what's interesting about this shot is that here's how I do videos. I'm going to mute myself just so I can let this play. So in terms of visual edits, I do not use PowerPoint. I'm sorry, no, I don't use Photoshop at all. I don't use any of the Adobe products. My go-to visual effects have always been Microsoft PowerPoint, because in PowerPoint, there's a feature called Remove Background. And that's exactly what I do. I would take an image, and for this shot right here, I take the PNG of Zorro, I make a copy of it, and then in that copy, I get rid of Zorro's entire body, and I get rid of his body, his skin, the hair, the swords. I just get rid of all of it. But with the change that happens, with the remove background, I have to remove the body and the swords. I can just recolor it however I want it. So I decided to make it white just to fit with the Doctor aesthetic. And then I just found some random Doctor headband on Google Images, and I just slapped it on there. So yeah. All my visual edits have always been PowerPoint. Let's see, get that back up
Doctors, to understand this.
Ah, yes. Yes. So, where this started, if you look on the top left, you're going to see Burning Love 1972. So, you guys probably know this by now. There's a YouTuber that I love, and his name is Baller. And every April Fool's, he posts a video about like this gamer developers essentials lesson book, and it's basically a compilation of quotes from video essays that he has watched and responded to. And in the top left of his video, if you pay attention, you're going to see like these humorous takes on video games. Like if Red Dead Redemption 2 was playing as the background footage, the top left box would say something like Walking Simulator 1813. So in that same spirit, that's what I did here. So anytime I cut away from One Piece footage, if I use Sea of Thieves footage, if I use any other footage that was not One Piece, I would have a stupid, silly label that would give a vague definition of the background footage you're looking at. But each one of these is a reference to something, to like some detail or some event. So Burning Love 1972, and honestly, it's like the most easy to understand. Like it's the easiest Easter egg to interpret. Burning Love is an Elvis Presley song from 1972. So with the fireplace, it's like Burning Love, boom, bam, over.
We must backtrack through history and relive the past.
And don't worry, I am going to go into every single detail with the background. Well, not the background, just whatever title I give there. Because honestly, that was my favorite part. Just being able to just go wild, have fun, don't really care about any rules. I love doing that shit.
Of Zolo, one might wonder why I call Zolo by this name. The reason being that here in the overly universal, joyful intellectuals realm, we respect copyright and do not wish to have our case study be mistaken for another character.
So yeah, during the script process, I wanted it to I wanted this whole thing to detach itself from like your typical One Piece theories in a way. So in order to make it sound more fake, I decided to switch the name Zorro for Zolo. And Zolo, for those who did not know, was what the 4Kids dub called Zorro. They always called him Zolo because they didn't want to infringe copyright on, well, you guessed it, Zorro, the masked swordsman. So yeah, that's where it comes from. Very simple little egg, and then I just literally made it black and white. The reason I did Zorro black and white was just because I wanted to match the manga aesthetic just a little. Just have a black and white image of Zorro.
Now to our history segment. Born in 1701.
1701. So you guys might think that that's where I got the, like, I just pulled a random date out of nowhere. 1701. It kind of sounds accurate. Well, turns out I did some Googling during the scripting process, because I wanted to do, like, you know how documentaries are just like, born in 1843, Madame de Pompadour decided to do this with her life, and then by age 19 she did this. I wanted to mimic that a little. So what I did was, since there isn't really a year established in One Piece, I just Googled around and I tried to find out, hey, what's an approximate guess as to when One Piece would take place? If this was in our world, what year would it take place? And the best rated answer was 1722. So I was like, oh, okay, awesome. So 1722. So Zoro is 21 years old in the story by that logic. So 1701, that's where it comes from. Again, this entire video is full of stupid little Easter eggs like that.
Roanoa Zolo would be raised in a dojo in the East Blue Sea. It was here where he trained every day to become a great swordsman.
You guys are probably going to notice something very different. So you guys see the black bars, right? Like, if I hover my mouse over here, you see the black bars? Now, technically, all the One Piece episodes are in in early One Piece. This is a 4:3 ratio. For reference, the Zack Snyder Justice League movie also goes by the 4:3 ratio. The reason why it looks bigger was because, unfortunately, I did not have the DVD that had this episode. So I had to go to one of my legal sites and literally screen capture this entire episode. So in order to pass the time, I just played some Castle Crashers in the background while I just let the screen capture just capture this footage, this random episode. And the way it turned out, I thought it would go like 4:3. But since I full screened it, the bars are fucked up. Just a nice little detail. Did I see a comment pop up? Yeah. Ahmad, why do One Piece translators struggle with the R and L? I don't know. It's one of the great mysteries of life. But yeah, that's where it comes from. This little bit.
Blue Sea. It was here where he trained every day.
And by the way, that's not. This won't be the first time where the background or the aspect ratio won't be fucked up. You guys will see what I mean, though.
To become a great swordsman. Beside him was a dear childhood friend named Kuina. However, her life was cut short in a manner most logically puzzling.
So in the original script, at first it's like, because of Kuina's death, where she fell down a staircase and died, that's quite magical for a thing to happen. Like, this really tough girl just died from a staircase. So in the script, it was like, she died in a manner most magical and logically puzzling. But because this is a science video, because Shonen Oji loves science, I decided to scrap the whole idea of just like, nah, we don't need magical in there. Let's just keep the logically puzzling. Yeah.
For Kuina was discovered to have died from falling down her staircase. To Zolo, this was the catalyst for his scientific journey.
So sometimes, and if anyone makes YouTube videos, you guys might know what I'm talking about here, but I call this the magic clip, where sometimes you just take a clip, you stick it in your video timeline, and then as the video plays, like as you hear yourself talk over the clip, you notice that, wait a sec, this clip, even though it's longer than intended, it fits with what I want to talk about perfectly. So originally, when I said, to me, this was the start, this was the catalyst for Zoro's scientific journey, I was going to just put up a random picture of Zoro in front of a grave. And you actually will see that later on. But in here, I just extended the clip just to test out something, because I wanted to do the cutoff point before it cuts to this Zoro's face. But when I let it play, just seeing the quote, to me, this was the catalyst for Zoro's scientific journey, with this face, it's believable. So sometimes I will just put a clip in the timeline and the quote matches perfectly with what I want. And I'm like, oh, sweet. So yeah, if you're a YouTuber,
odds are you probably felt that too.
How could this girl, who was able to defeat Zolo in 2,000 separate duels, die so easily to a descendant structure made out of wood?
Yeah. I also wanted to sound as pretentious as possible. So yeah, I could have just said like, how could she die by falling down a staircase? But to sound like an intellectual jackass, I just technically described a staircase. It's like by falling down a descendant structure made out of wood. And for added effect, I of course took a green screen clip of the JoJo Medicine effect.
There was no explanation.
Yeah, here's the next clip. Zelda Wind Waker 2018. So Zelda Wind Waker, basically in the game, you just sail out into the open sea, which is basically Sea of Thieves. But to make it a little different, instead of just simply using the release date of Wind Waker, which I believe was 2003 for the GameCube, I decided to go with the Sea of Thieves release date. So Zelda Wind Waker 2018, just to add just a little bit of spice in there.
Explanation for this, so Zolo decided to find one, along with any unsolved mystery.
And yeah, if I could not use any One Piece clips to talk about like, oh yes, Zolo decided to go off on his scientific journey, and he decided to go do this, and he thought God damn it, he thought long and hard about how to achieve his dream. There weren't really any clips that would go with that, so that's why I used the background footage of Sea of Thieves. Because at that point, you guys at least have some visual. Why just ramble on stuff that's never going to be canon? So yeah.
For this, so Zolo decided to find one, along with any unsolved mystery. To accomplish this goal, Zolo decided he would go into the medical field and learn the ways of science.
The aspect ratio's fucked again.
Medical focus specifically to ensure that there would.
So yeah, let's talk about that real quick. So yeah, over here you see that the Sea of Thieves footage is taking up the whole screen. And then if we go on to the next scene,
accomplish this goal, Zolo
you see that there's black bars. Now, to YouTubers that really want to try to be professional, they're going to do everything they can to not have any black bars. Because if you go from like a ratio by 4:3, if I do this, if you're watching this, and then suddenly the screen expands to a full screen out of nowhere, it's going to be a little jarring. It could distract the viewer from what you're trying to say. So if you're stuck with a 4:3 clip, the professional way to take care of it is to take the 4:3 ratio and then use like a crop tool so that the entire image so that the footage would focus on a very specific part of the screen. And because of that, that makes the clip grow big. So for an example, I need is my to-grow video listed here? No, it's not. But yeah, give me a second here, guys. I'm gonna pull this up because it's so much better to show you than try to explain this. Team Togoro. Here we go. So stop the screen share. Oh, there's more comments. I'm guessing since L and R are hard to distinguish in Japanese, kind of like V and B in Spanish. That too. So yeah, I'm not going to share the audio here, but basically this is the process where if you have a 4:3 clip, you basically make another copy of the clip, you stick it into the background, and then you use the crop feature to focus on one specific part. So when you do that, the computer or your software will take the image that you just cropped and supersize it. So that's why you see the blur in the background, because the image is so big, and then I added a blur effect to it. That way, mute it. That way, if you just pay attention to the background, it matches up with the visual somewhat. It's like an extension of the scene. So that's what you're supposed to do. That way it's not really distracting to the viewer. However, in this video, this stupid ass video, I decided to be as unprofessional as possible and just leave the black bars in there. You're going to see a more jarring effect later on too.
Decided he would go into the medical field and learn the ways of science. He chose a medical focus specifically to ensure that there would be no deaths like Kuina's ever again. Zolo knew that in order to prevent the untimeliness of death, he would need to go somewhere to be taught by the best to use the best techniques. He learned that such a place existed in the form of Harvard University.
So, yeah. Shonen OG, when we talked about how I could make a video that would please his almighty science ship, he specifically said during the talk piece episode that that Zoro came from Harvard University. So that's where that comes from. That's where this whole stupid bit comes from. The fact that Zoro went to Harvard University and he got a bachelor's degree in, well, I ain't saying shit yet.
This place would be perfect, for its alumni are famous the world over. Professor Clover in Historical Studies,
Accurate.
Madam Crocodile in Foreign Affairs, Maelstrom Spider Squad in Public Relations, and Monkey D. Dragon in Accounting.
All right, so this is a deep reference. This is all a very deep reference, and it's also a lead up to a very stupid joke. So, when Shonen OG and I, when we talked about this, we talked like the main. Oh, goddamn it! So the main reason that Zoro had a medical degree was because Trafalgar Law was a doctor. And what did Law and Zoro have in common? Well, they had a sword. So it's like, okay, that's how you make the connection. That's how you make this baseless connection that, hey, if you're really good with a sword, you're probably also a doctor. So when it came time for the script, I wrote in he went to Harvard University. And then for a little cheeky factor, I decided to go with I decided to go with a little joke. It's like, okay, so if he went to Harvard, what alumni could possibly be involved? So, what I did was, for each character, since the connection between Law and Zoro were that they had something sharp, I decided to pick characters from the One Piece story that would be, in a way, sharp. So, Professor Clover has a sharp mind. Crocodile, he has a hook, it's sharp. Squard, he has a sword, sharp. And Dragon, he has sharp hair. That's literally the only reason I put Dragon in there, because he has sharp hair. So every single one of these characters has something in common in that in some way or form they are sharp, like a sword. It's so stupid, I know. But on that note, the reason why I used Madam Crocodile is because the popular fan theory right now is that in the past, Crocodile was a woman, and in order to be taken seriously, Ivankov turned Crocodile into a man, the one that we know and love today. So, because this is in the past, I decided to go with the fan theory idea and just take an image of like female Crocodile and just throw it in there. But yeah, that's why I have the alumni. They all have, in some way or form, they are sharp. That's it. That's the fucking thing. But yeah, and I decided to link their bachelor's degree as a connection to the character. So historical studies, that's Clover. International affairs, Crocodile, because he tried to take over Alabasta. Public relations, Squard, which is just ironic because he stabs Whitebeard in Marineford. And then accountant for Dragon. There really wasn't a reason I put accountant with Dragon. I just wanted it to sound just a little bit silly. But in some way you could say, oh, yes, well, to finance the revolution, he would have to be an expert in money. So that's where it could come from. That's where the accountant shit happens. So, yeah, that's why. Let's continue, shall we?
There was only one problem that kept Zolo from his goal: finances.
Yeah, I decided to use just a green screen effect for that, but yeah. I hope you guys are ready for this.
To get to Harvard, knowledge wasn't enough. No matter how rich your mind may be, the school wanted to make sure that you could provide the physical riches as well. A 4-year tuition at Harvard would cost around 265,136 berries.
All right, let's rewind there a little. All right, so if you guys notice that in some news reports or in documentaries, there's going to be a thing where there's gonna be like some moving background image in the back. There's a picture of the person, and then it has like the quote. You see this a lot in American television, like especially with the news. I don't know how it is for anyone else in the world, but I try to emulate that style. So for this particular character, this is Dr. Dugan from the Venture Brothers cartoon. And hey, he's a doctor, so he would, of course, go to Harvard in this theoretical universe I just constructed out of nowhere. So, yeah, to get to Harvard, knowledge was enough. So I decided to try to make it try to sound like the main message was you can't just go into Harvard. You have to be physically rich along with your mind, mentally and physically rich. So there's a reference here at the bottom. A 4-year tuition at Harvard would cost around 265,136 berries. So what I did was I looked up the tuition rate for Harvard Medical School for 1 year, and I tried to do it for 4 years, but it didn't work out. So I took the tuition rate for 1 year, times it by 4, and apparently the currency in One Piece is equal to I think it was the American currency, with like one berry in One Piece is $1 American in our world. So hey, just times by 4, that's where you get 265,000 from. Now for the name. So Dr. Cuttlefish is a reference to the Venture Brothers, because again, the doctor's name may be Dr. Dugan, but in the Venture Brothers cartoon, he's a super scientist, and his main course of study was cuttlefish. That's what he researched. It was cuttlefish because of regeneration and shit. So that's why I just called him Dr. Cuttlefish to avoid any potential trademark issues. So yeah, let's continue, shall we?
It's quite a devilish paradox. The first real challenge, whereas you want to learn, well, earn your stay, earn your lessons.
And also, if you guys could hear any of the music, I decided to go with like relaxing music that could kind of go with a documentary type kind of video. So for instance, my original goal was to include like royalty-free music, because some of the music you can find on this website is very cringe, especially if it's royalty-free. However, that like to gain the license of royalty free, like some artists on YouTube say like, hey, you need to buy a license in order to use our free music. I do have one royalty free song on here, but it was only because that the guy expressly said, yeah, just use it. Make sure you put credits in the description, which I did. So yeah. So a lot of the music you hear is from my iTunes collection. So the very first song was from Super Mario Galaxy 2. That was Cosmic Cove. And with this song, I just decided to use a song from Minecraft because, hey, Minecraft is very peaceful. And, you know, it really helps set the mood that, set the stage just to talk about Harvard. I think that's the way to say it. But yeah, that's literally the connection. All right.
However, there was a factor
This is the royalty-free music, by the way, you can hear in the background.
that could allow.
But yeah, by the way, take a look at that. Look, when I showed One Piece clips before, they were in aspect ratio, but now they're not. It's almost like I'm trying to intentionally be, I'm intentionally being as unprofessional as possible.
Factor that could allow Zolo a chance. He was living in the great pirate era started by the pirate king, Gold Roger. There were
So, in the script, I mentioned that, hey, the best, in order for Zoro to get finances to get to Harvard University, what event in his life could make him get the money? And then it's like, oh, wait, he was a bounty hunter. Let's just use that career where he gets the money to go after pirates. Here's the funny thing, though. We only hear about his bounty hunting exploits in the series. We never actually really see it. So what I decided to do is take a page out of my One Piece Stampede review script. And in that review, which will come out when it's ready, is that for all the clips that I use One Piece and I use Pirates of the Caribbean along with any JoJo clips, just to try to match the dialogue to whatever I say in the script. So I took a page out of that, and then I decided to throw in, it's like, oh yes, in order to hunt the very dangerous pirates to get money for Harvard, I decided to just throw in the Brethren Corps from Pirates of the Caribbean 3, which then led me to coming up with the titles. Like, what's a very dumb title, like a dumb title I can give to this footage? And I wanted to include Disney. It's like, well, it's Disney. Now, what joke can I make about Disney? And of course, the easy subject was diversity, because Disney has always been called out on diversity issues. And it's funny that this is kind of eerily true, that when Disney tries to be diverse, they kind of pick the stereotypes for their pirates around the world. So I'll mute this for a second, because I basically just told you what the plot of this section is. Like, Zoro's going to hunt down dangerous pirates to get money because he's a bounty hunter. So you have the super French pirate, you have the Arabian pirates or the Indian pirates, and then do I need to explain why this doesn't exactly work for diversity? Oh my lord. I'm back. We watching a super eye patch wolf video or something? No, we're going through an actually good video that still respects the canon material better than what he did to Bleach. So yeah, that's the story behind this.
Medical school. So using his skills as a swordsman, Zolo became
And there's that aspect ratio again. Well, there's no black bars. And you guys, fun fact, this is a video where it has English subs in it. So, like, there's subtitles from this point on for Zoro talking to the Whiskey Peak bounty hunters. So what I did was I just took the crop tool, got rid of the subtitles, and that's why it looks a little different.
a bounty hunter. While unintentional, Zolo would have his name made famous by his exploits as a swordsman. This is where his combat skills overshadowed his medical desires. But through his
So yes, the Microsoft Sales Simulator. Again, the joke is there's a game called Microsoft Flight Simulator. Now, the key Easter egg in this one is the year 1513. So to come up with that year, what I decided to do was I looked up when pirated, or not really pirated, when sailing first became a thing. So I learned that sailing was started around the 1500s, but there wasn't really a specific date. So I just took the first two digits, 15. Then, to make it more One Piece related, I looked up the year Blackbeard, the real Blackbeard that we had in our world. The real Marshall Teach, Blackbeard. He started pirating in 1713. So I took the 13, I just mixed the 15 and 13 together, and there you go. Microsoft Sales Simulator.
his career as a bounty hunter, Zolo earned his way to Harvard Medical School and emerged with a bachelor's degree in cutting-edge science.
Okay, this bit. All right. So, to make a fake diploma is a lot harder than you might think. It was actually very difficult to find a degree generator. I think it took me like a half hour going through link after link, because a lot of them just kept directing me to the one site. It's like, hey, you want to make a fake degree? Pay us like $200 and shipping in order to get it. It's like, no, fuck you. I don't want to do that. But yeah, so the Harvard University degree. So Zolo went to college. He went to Harvard. He got the money. He went to college and he came out. To come up with a bachelor's degree in sword science, that was actually the original name I had for this, sword science. But I didn't exactly like how it sounded. It sounds way too stupid. I wanted to sound as pretentious as possible. So I was like, shit, what does science do? Well, it's something sharp. Oh, God. What is it? And then it dawned on me, it's like, wait, science can be cutting edge. Cutting edge science. That's where it came from. Now for the two Easter eggs on the diploma. So if you guys pay attention to the bottom left here, you're going to see that the university president is a Professor Q. So in most colleges, if you're a doctor and you're like a very high-ranking official, you can either be called doctor or professor. And since it's the president, I just decided to call him Professor. So yeah, this is a reference to Doc Q, remember the Blackbeard pirate. So that's why I called him Professor Q, because he's the president. And why did I choose Doc Q of all people? Well, Doc Q is a little bit shady, much like this entire video itself. And cutting edge science, that doesn't sound like a real degree. That seems rather shady, like a Blackbeard pirate would act. So boom, that's where I got it. And then I decided to take another doctor. So for the vice president, I took Dr. Crocus. Why Dr. Crocus? I really didn't have a reason. I just was like, oh yeah, Dr. Crocus. He seems old enough and experienced to be a doctor. Boom, damn, over, easy. So yeah, that's why. But yes, back to this.
Cutting-edge science, for those who do not know, is based on the practice that the way of the sword is also the way of the cure.
So I showed this video to Ultimarks and Walk-ins before, like the night before this video became public. And the burning question was, wait, is that a sword? Like, is this a real image from Google Images? It is not. What I did was I literally used, once again using PowerPoint, I just took a stupid sword hilt and I took a syringe and I just mashed it together. The end.
It is an advanced form of swordsmanship where instead of simply cutting the body of a patient, the doctor would instead cut the disease.
So, fun fact, I almost wrote myself into a corner with this one. Because cutting edge science, it's like, oh, he doesn't attack people, he attacks the disease. And I thought, wait, how am I ever going to justify this? Then, as I was looking through Zoro's life, through the wikis and certain articles and videos, I was like, wait, he fought Mr. One from Alabasta. And Mr. One didn't die because Zoro was able to cut through Mr. One's devil fruit. So basically, he cut the devil fruit, but didn't kill Mr. One. That sounds vague enough. Yeah, that sounds vague enough to make sense in this video. So boom, bam. That's how I connected the dots there. And your guys are going to see it in this clip now. Also, this is where you pay attention to the aspect ratio.
For an example, we go to the Kingdom of Alabasta, where we found footage of Dr. Zolo attempting to cure a Baroque works agent by the name of Daz Bones, aka Mr. One.
All right. So, for this particular aspect ratio, you may be thinking, why are there black bars here and then it's full screened here? To keep the unprofessional nature of this whole thing, what I decided to do was that earlier I mentioned that, hey, there was a clip that had subtitles in the video, so I cropped them out. So here's what I did to really to just be as unprofessional as possible. I went online and I downloaded, for this episode alone here, I believe it was 109, I believe, 109. What I did was I took the English dub version of the episode and I also downloaded the English sub version as well. So in here, I'm using the dub footage because hey, you don't need subtitles when you speak in the dub. But here, I decided to full screen it to like not only make it sound important, but I also made sure to use the English subtitles. That way I could full screen it and throw everyone off in case they were paying attention to the aspect ratio. So yeah.
Mr. Bones suffered from a metahuman illness called Blade Impulse.
I have nothing to commentate on that. I just had to come up with a fake disease or some shit to make Zoro look more better.
This was caused when Mr. Bones ate the Super no Mi, a devil fruit that transformed Bones' body into a living blade. Unfortunately, becoming
And look, the aspect ratio returned back to normal.
a blade meant acting like one. Daz Bones was trapped in a never-ending urge for combat, like all swordsmen have in this world we share.
So, this was quite literally me looking up One Piece swordsman, going on the One Piece wiki, and then just taking a screenshot of the list of swordsmen that have been confirmed in the series. So yeah, there you go. That's where this comes from. But yeah, the blade impulse thing, it's like, how do I make Zoro look heroic? Mr. One had a disease. Because he ate a sword, because he ate a devil fruit that turned him into a sword. What happened was that because he ate a sword devil fruit, he turned into a sword, and all swords in the One Piece universe have to fight each other because that's the system that Dracula Mihawk started. So yeah, that's where that comes from.
However, this would change when Dr. Zolo encountered Mr. Bones during the Alabasta Civil War, where in one solid slash, Dr. Zolo was able to cut the blade portion of Mr. Bones, finally putting this living weapon down. For more information, we interviewed a guard who was near the area of the clash.
So yeah, there wasn't a guard near the clash. I swear it's the Mandela effect, because I could have sworn that there was a guard. I honestly thought there was a guard near the area that saw the battle going on, but there wasn't. So I decided to make one up. Because my idea was to simply screen capture the guy. But no. This is what happened. So I decided to make a character up and, well,
it was a turn.
Alrighty then, this guy. So there is a video on YouTube, or there's a YouTube channel called Team Star Kid, and this team, they are a team that makes musical productions, and they're not like super serious. They're mostly for comedy. So one comedy musical they did was The Guy Who Didn't Like Musicals. Another version is a Harry Potter musical, just a musical series based on Harry Potter. Another one would be goddamn, why can't I remember? Oh yeah, Annie, you know, like the movie Annie with the little girl, Orphan Annie. Instead of that, it's Annie, as in this is the story of Darth Vader. It was very funny. This one is from Twisted. So this is their take on Wicked, where instead of the Wicked Witch of the West being portrayed as a good guy, it's Jafar from Aladdin, and Jafar is the hero in the movie or this show Twisted. And you can find Twisted free on YouTube. Just look up Twisted Play and you'll find it, 2 hours long. I highly recommend it. It is very funny. So yeah, for this one, I decided to just take a screen capture of the Royal Guard's face from the show, and that's how this happened.
Terrifying thing to see. Where I was standing, I saw one of our country's enemies slicing up our infrastructure like it was made out of paper. But then, Dr. Zolo arrived. I was worried since I saw him swing his sword against a palm tree and it didn't do anything.
So yeah, that's a reference to during the fight, before Zoro wins, he discovers that I can cut through steel, but to test that, he swings his sword against a palm tree, and the palm tree doesn't cut at all. So that's where that line comes from.
But the next thing I knew, he cut through the metal menace. What was more unbelievable was that the villain survived the ordeal. I was there when his body was recovered and then arrested. This is all Dr. Zolo's doing.
All right, so yeah, that's where I twisted the truth, because like, hey, Mr. One went down, but he survived. Zoro cut the blade portion. Yay, day is saved. So that's one thing. And there's also two more things I want to pull up here. So during this, you might have been able to tell that my voice was pitched down quite a bit. I had to go down to, well, when I use the pitch tool, it goes from a scale of -5 to 5. 0 is right there in the middle. 0 is normal. So I went to -2, and that's where my voice sounded like this.
Body was recovered and then arrested. This is all Dr. Zolo's doing.
And that line right there, this is all Dr. Zolo's doing, is a play, because in the Twisted show by Team Star Kid, the captain of the Royal Guard, his catchphrase, the line he repeats most throughout the musical, is, this is all your fault, Jafar. It is like, this is all Jafar's fault. So I decided to just take that and I implemented in this one too. It's like, this is all Dr. Zolo's doing.
Indeed,
So this one, as we cut back to the Sea of Thieves footage, I decided to use Holy Shit Demographics 2011. So what that's a reference to is the JonTron video from, oh my god, it has been a decade. He made a video called The Top 10 Video Game Commercials, released in 2011. And in that video is, of course, the quote, "Holy shit demographics." So that's the reference.
Dr. Zolo had saved a life and would continue to do so. Throughout his journey on sea to save lives, Dr. Zolo fought numerous criminals that would bring harm to the world. From crews of warlords to rogue government agents to disgusting fishmen.
So let's talk about this for a quick second. So yeah, this is, I purposely did this because if you were to put PNG images over like if you have background footage and then you put PNGs, if I have to resort to that, I at least want to make the PNGs at least fade in or have some effect, not have them just pop out of nowhere. I want to add at least a little flair, but I did for this one because, again, I just want to make this as pathetic as possible. So not only that, you may have discovered that the fishman, Hody Jones. Trying to which one to explain first, because you guys might have heard disgusting fishmen. What happened was that I was like, okay, if this is going to take place in the One Piece world, well, in the One Piece world, a lot of people do not like the fishmen. So, I being one of them in this world, it's like, you know what? Let's just play the racism card. I'll just hate fishmen like 90% of the world does in this universe. So that's where it comes from. And if you pay attention, if you look at the images yourself, you might be able to catch on that the crocodile, Doflamingo, and the CP9 images, they are all the same size. But Hody Jones's image, if you can tell by the top layer especially, his image is a little bit smaller. It's almost like I didn't want to put much effort in Hody Jones or any fishman I do. Foreshadowing.
To even challenging the dreaded Emperor Kaido in the land of Wano.
Oh, yeah. So I pulled this image for two reasons. One was because that, hey, the public world, they don't really know what Kaido's face looks like. Like, this was the first time we ever saw it. And because Kaido doesn't exactly leave Wano that much, this face could be the face that everyone knows in the world. So that's reason one. Reason two is, in case anyone saw this video before the land of Wano, like if people are catching up and they're just watching like funny meme videos, then hey, I did not exactly spoil them. I just said, hey, this is Kaido, and it's really not, and he's in the land of Wano. That's it. You don't really get spoiled that much. So that's why I pulled that image there.
However, there has been some controversy towards Dr. Zolo. The most notable example is that there have been eyewitness reports where he has been seen serving as the supposed right-hand man to Captain Monkey D. Luffy of the Straw Hat Pirates. Captain Luffy has been known to create chaos for not only pirates, but also to the Marines that serve and protect our homes.
This is literally the most effort I put in the video, where I used I'm going to mute this so you guys can pay attention. Where I used keyframes to make Luffy pop up, and then not only that, but to use a Ken Burns effect in order to have the Marine shot here just slide up diagonally to the right. So that's the most effort I put in the video. That really is. Is there anything else to comment? No, not really. Just for a documentary, there's always the part where, like, of course, this meant that someone faced criticism for what happened in the world. So I decided to take that. It's like, well, hey, Zoro's a pirate by all definitions. Let's address that shit. Yeah, that's where it comes from.
When we asked our brave Marine soldiers, nearly all of them criticized the good Dr. Zolo.
Which is funny because this image of the Marines is from a filler episode. So there's no merit.
calling him nothing but a filthy pirate. For more clarification on the Marine stance, the spokesperson for...
And there it is. Again, this is a very personal thing. It's why I put it in here. If you notice, the image just pops in. No flare, no introduction. It just kind of just pops in there, which to some people can disorient them a little. So yeah.
Spokesperson for Fleet Admiral Akainu offered our program this message.
Okay, before I let the clip play itself. So yeah. Oh, I never mentioned this part. So if you guys look at the background footage, what I did was, where are we, 634? So the first time that I used this background footage was for the Dr. Cuttlefish bit. And if you guys actually pay attention, I literally took the footage of this moving background. Like, if you pay close attention, you can see it moving. What I did was I just copy and pasted this exact same footage from the same time code, and I did it for every single interview. So I do it again here. It's the same footage. And I once again did it right 634. Yeah. Or 34. Come on. There we go. Yeah, and I did it for him too. Now, this spokesperson for Akainu, I like Zolo, I called it Akainu because that's what the Funimation dub wrongly calls him, Akainu, which is stupid. Just call him Akainu. This image right here is a filler marine, so of course it's not much merit. And then there's his name, Sir Louis Anderson von Els, or Ellis. Doesn't really matter because I wanted to make another acronym here. So if you take the first, or if you only focused on the capitalized letters, it spells SLAVE, slave. And if you are a spokesperson, if you are serving under Fleet Admiral Akainu directly, you kind of are a slave. So that's where the name comes from. But I will let this bit play out for itself. I don't think I have much else to commentate until we reach a certain part.
Roanoa Zoro is a dangerous pirate. He has endangered several lands, almost killed a celestial dragon, and we do not need to bring up the billions he cost us in property damages.
So funny thing about that, before we go on, there the music you hear in the background is actually from Disney World. I love the music in Disney World because I can agree the Walt Disney Company itself, they are pure evil, especially in the realm of cinema. But the company that focuses on the theme parks specifically, the people that work for the theme parks, the musicians, the Imagineers, the artists, they're fucking fine. They are separate from this shit. And the music for Walt Disney World it's fantastic. Seriously, guys, check it out. Check out the music for Walt Disney World. For this track specifically, to give off this military vibe, I pulled up a clip from Stitch's Great Escape. And the music you hear while waiting in line is the military-like music you hear in this. So that's where it comes from.
We also have reason to believe that he has been trained by former warlord Dracula Mihawk, and he is engaged and threatened the livelihood of our own Admiral Fujitora.
Which is true. I wanted to make it as like trying to make it as one side as possible, because technically Zoro did fight against the Marine here.
The fact that you defend his actions infuriates the Fleet Admiral, and he wants you to stop this program. He's serious. He told me that he would roast you all until you scream to the final boiling point.
So for this shot here, I was very conflicted because I kind of wanted the background to change to the Marine logo. Like, hey, the footage has now been hijacked. But I decided to go with that would require effort and thought on my part. So because this is an April Fool's video, I said, fuck it. So I literally just slowly raised I'll let it play on its own, where I just kind of slowly let the screen fall down, where it's still a little fast, but you can tell that it's an effect. it's supposed like I can make the screen go down in half the time, and you guys wouldn't have to question it. But I make it as noticeable as possible.
Serious. He told me that he would roast you all until you scream to the final boiling point. Do you remember what he did during the Summit War? I don't want to clean up any more burned bodies. You don't understand.
Yeah, so basically this was me just doing a bunch of keyframes. You know what? I lied. The PNG Luffy rising up, that was not the most effort I put in. This section right here, from the time this filler character enters the black screen, this took like an hour to animate.
In order to make sure he could finance his pirate extermination campaign, he made me his spokesperson and cleaner. I'll never forget Frank.
So, this is Frank. You guys may ask, who the fuck is this guy? Well, there's a clip in during the Marineford War where there's a character like this guy right here on screen. He tries to run away from the war because he's scared. He doesn't want to die. He wants to see his family. But Akainu cuts him off. And Akainu's just like, where do you think you're going? If you leave, you're a traitor. You will dishonor your family. In fact, I'll just do them a favor. I'm going to kill you right now. And he roasts the motherfucker in front of Kobe and Helmeppo. And that's technically our first introduction to Akainu and what he can do with his devil fruit. So yeah, kind of a big deal. So I decided to make the connection between this character and our spokesperson here. So yeah, the character on the left doesn't have a name, so I just called him Frank to make it sound as unimpressive as possible.
He was a loving family man, and I could fit his burnt remains.
Yeah, and once again, I would have done like a little effect to go from Frank to his burnt remains, but no, lazy.
The palm of my hand, and I had to dump those remains in front of his wife and child. I hate my life.
So yeah, that was the effect for shaking an image around is called the earthquake effect in my software, Final Cut Pro. That's what I use all the time for like to disorient an image. And yeah, that's the end of the bit. I hope I get nominated for the Oscars. I put my heart and soul in that one.
While our heart...
Okay, this one is, again, there's really nothing going on for the background footage, so I just called it Water. 1811 is the real Easter egg, where the even though waters existed since the beginning of the Earth, what I decided to do was that I could have easily included, I think that when water was discovered, it was like in the BC era. Like the first documented case was like in the BCE era or something like that. But I didn't want to do that. I wanted to stick to a specific year. So upon research, I learned that, oh, hey, H2O, like the chemical, the whole where H2O comes from, it came from 1811 by some scientist. So that's why I put water 1811.
Hearts and thoughts are with these.
Oh yeah. Oh, by the way, so this is my one regret about the video. You won't really hear it until later, but I go from
I hate my life.
So I go from, pain to despair, but if you listen closely to the music that comes afterwards, as soon as this comes up, I have happy music. I have the Tokipedia music from Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 playing, which is a very happy tune. So to detract from, the spokesperson pain and agony, I was like, yeah, fucking happy time. We're in happy shit. We're talking about Dr. Zolo again. It'll be great. Yeah.
Our hearts and thoughts are with the spokesperson. There have been numerous reports about how several people, royalty included, have been saved by Dr. Zolo. For instance, following our investigation, we have learned that Dr. Zolo was critical in the salvation of Alabasta, Dressrosa, and the Footnote Kingdom that is Fishman Island.
All right, so there's another clever, well, not really clever, but there's something I always wanted to point out. So notice how in these three shots, I could have technically just raised the Alabasta and Dressrosa PNGs. I could have raised them a little bit in order to match the sky. And then with Fishman Island, I could have shrunk it down a little and put it in the water just to help the visual. Because Fishman Island is in the water, it's in the kingdom. I could have resized that so it could fit all in the water. But with this video, being the lazy piece of shit I'm trying to emulate, I decided to just be like, you know what? No, I'll just make the image slightly smaller and I'll just put it up, I'll put it in the water, but it's also going to stick out. So if anyone questions it, that's why. Boom. They just don't respect my autistic vision. That's the energy I wanted to emulate.
In fact, the rulers of these lands.
Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention the whole
no kingdom that is the salvation of Alabasta, Dressrosa, and the Footnote Kingdom.
Yeah, that's the Footnote Kingdom. Because again, I'm trying to play up the fishman racism with this human character that I'm portraying.
Nothing but support for Dr. Zolo in the form of written letters, which we will share with you now. If it hadn't been for this man, I would have died to...
Notice how with, and you're going to see for all the interviews here in a second, so I use the royal families that were saved by the Straw Hats. But notice that there's no silver frame around King Riku. Yeah, I try to be as inconsistent as possible. And also, all the text you see before, like if we went to time codes 828, okay. If we go here, the text is centered. Like it's aligned to be centered. But if I go over here, the text is aligned to the left side. So that's why I did this in the first place. Just to be a little more inconsistent.
Perished. Signed, King Riku. We cannot believe that Zoro would be attacked like this.
Now, a reason why I decided to call it Zoro here is because, A, it's in quotations, and it would be very rude if I just said we cannot believe that's Zolo. We don't want to be rude to a princess, guys. Come on. And B, is because, well, Vivi knew Zoro as Zoro. The one bit of consistency I actually cared for in this video.
He is part of the future Pirate King's crew only so that he can reach as many people as possible. He is following a dream, and we will not stand by as his good name is dragged through the mud.
Heartwarming.
Signed, Princess Vivi.
So yeah, here I drop this act and I just go deadpan because hey, it's a fucking disgusting fish creature. Why should I give it respect? It doesn't deserve any. So yeah, and you may notice too that the music just stops. It just immediately comes to a grinding halt.
Through the mud. Signed, Princess Vivi.
This man is a noble, helping me to claim my throne after usurpers took it. To call him filthy is an insult to myself and my people, who owe the swordsman our lives.
I did that on purpose, by the way. Just like, and my people. People. That's why I tried to emulate there.
He is quite skilled. I briefly clashed with him, and I could tell then and there he was no laughing matter. Signed, King Neptune. God, I fuck despise fish people. They're so disgusting.
Yeah, and that's where the bit ends.
There was also one more letter sent in, but, well, it only has one word. Quack. And it goes on for 3 full pages. It was signed by a Karu, though personally, I prefer this over the revolting letter sent in by those fish quote-unquote people.
Self-explanatory. I don't think so. The only thing of interest is that I just took a different font and I just wrote quack on a PNG of paper and I put it all in PowerPoint. The end.
Back on topic.
Okay. So, Camera on a Boat 2009. What that's a reference to is the song by The Lonely Island, I'm on a Boat. And it was made in 2009. So, what I decided to do is that instead of I'm on a boat, because technically we aren't on a boat, but the camera is on a boat. It focuses on the boat. So, hey, that's where Camera on a Boat 2009 comes from.
We would like to remind everyone a key detail, according to our founder, Mr. OG himself.
And this is pretty much what you're about to hear from this point forward until that PNG of Shonenoji goes away. This is pretty much exactly what he said during the Talk Piece episode, and to me in the DMs on Twitter. So yeah, this is the fun part. This is where I get to quote him.
There is a parallel that provides 100% evidence that Dr. Zolo earned his Harvard degree. He noted that Trafalgar Law, former warlord of the sea, was also a doctor. And what did he have in common with Dr. Zolo? That is correct. A sword.
Yep. I just decided to be lazy where I could have looked up a One Piece sword, but fuck it. I want to be clickbaity. I want to throw in the Master Sword. It's such a good sword, guys. You guys had to believe me now if I use the Master Sword, right?
Blades can only be mastered by geniuses.
And if you listen to the background, I put in Soul Calibur 2 music. The reason being, A, it's about swords, and B, Soul Calibur 2, if you had the GameCube version of the game, Link was a playable character. So it makes the Master Sword connection just a little more consistent, a little more notable.
In fact, Dr. Law also has a PhD in cutting-edge science. He is the...
This was a lucky break on my end. Because I thought I wrote myself into a corner by saying like, oh yeah, Law is also a cutting-edge science master. And then I realized, wait, his room, it literally takes people out and he can do things with the body that would technically work with what Zoro did to Mr. One. It's fucking foolproof. So that's where I decided to just use this clip of him taking down Virgo. And also, this is where more laziness is used because I just hang on this shot of Law defeating Virgo for 10 seconds. You won't see any more variety. I just decided to use the one clip. And I'm like, yeah, it's good. It's lazy enough.
Is the foremost expert since his devil fruit, the Opi Opi no Mi, provides superb visuals as to how cutting-edge science works. We can also
All right, this one's a little bit of a dark joke. Alaska, 2050. Since climate change is a thing, I decided to go with the dark humor. It's like, by 2050, there's not going to be any more ice in Alaska. We shall all be flooded in the great drown, or something.
Provide another example. Observe fellow Doctor of the Straw Hats, Tony Chopper.
Oh, God damn it.
His hooves, the very things used to make medicine, are sharp. And what else is sharp? Correct. A sword.
So, originally, what I wanted to do was I wanted to take the clip where I say, correct, a sword. I said that for Dr. Law. I was tempted to use the same sound clip here with Chopper, but I ended up just reading the script again, and I actually like the take better. So to help with any inconsistency there, that's what I went with. But I decided to use the same PNG of the Master Sword again.
Sword. It does not even stop there. If we were to go to the Marines, they have a doctor by the name of Fishbonin.
This is another one of those cases where everything just kind of aligned. Because hey, I was trying to find a Marine that was sharp, so I almost went with Kizaru because hey, he has a light sword and he has a sharp sense of style. But there's not really anything I can use to mix it in with I can't really put Kizaru in the realm of science because he hasn't really done anything. I can't do anything with that. Like, if anything, I could do like a religious thing where if you go to Kizaru, you see the light. Could do something like that. So I decided to look around for Marine doctors, and this guy came up. If you do not recognize Fishbonin, he is a real character, and at the end of Marineford, he talks to Kobe, and he's like, hey, Kobe, looks like you have hockey. This is the guy that says it. And this also works out because, hey, he has a fish skeleton in his mouth. And me being the racist piece of shit I am for this specific video, I decided to lay on the fish hate a little more.
He is known for having a fish skeleton in his mouth. And wouldn't you know it, bones are sharp.
So for this last shot, I decided all right, I'm going to zoom in, but I'm going to intentionally make sure that I do not have the fish skeleton be on the center of the frame. I'm going to make you all work for it, because I'm evil.
It wouldn't be the first time where a fish could prove to be dangerously sharp.
Goddamn.
The evidence is overwhelming.
Oh, yeah. So if you guys notice here, the Arlon picture that I used, it's well, that doesn't exactly help. So whenever I put a clip into my timeline, it always puts it in at 100% size. Arlon here is 100% size. Usually, whenever I put an image or a clip in my videos, I always shrink them down just a little. Like here.
Rings, they have a doctor by the name.
Yeah, so I always resize images. I always resize clips. That way, unless it's like important, I don't have to necessarily keep your focus on that. But with the Arlon picture, I just go the lazy route again for the April Fool's video and just just throw it in there. I'm not going to touch it after this. It doesn't deserve my time.
It'd be the first time where a fish overwhelming. Dr. Zolo's cutting-edge science have done truly wonderful things.
So the music in the background, to lay on the pretentiousness, I used music from Hollow Knight. And this is my PSA, play Hollow Knight. It's just a really good game. If anything, look up the soundtrack for Hollow Knight. It's so good. It's so peaceful, and oh my god damn, I love that soundtrack.
He was able to put a resurrected skeleton at peace.
Medical contribution number 1.
He was able to root out a criminal ward from former warlord Doflamingo's stone guardian Pika. And above all else, it is his straightforward mindset that is the foundation of all science. You will never see him lie, never see him excuse any acts of extreme aggression, while his sense of direction...
Oh, okay, here we go. So, I perform one of the worst crimes you can ever commit in all of YouTube, and it's all for this stupid April Fool's bit. So if you guys pay attention to the top right, there's a watermark by the name of Gedge. So there's a compilation on YouTube where it's just all the times Zoro got lost. So what I did was I just took the video. Usually I could have found the episodes on my own, because I'm sure there's a compilation list somewhere where it just lists the times he got lost. But I went with the lazy route and just took a video off of YouTube. But yeah, I just decided to use random clips of Zoro getting lost in order to match up with what I was saying. Nothing really else specific there. That's it.
Has often been criticized. This too is a front. Dr. Zolo, with his 7...
And take a look. For this clip, Gage used subtitles. So I cropped out the subtitles, but look what that did to the watermark. It's now only Ged. Again, making sure there's no effort being involved here.
Sense of intuition can sense those who need his help and will just head in the general direction of his patient. Also, can you really expect Dr. Zolo to casually use stairs after what happened with Kuina?
This was such a lucky break. I threw that line in as a joke, the fact that he would never use stairs, only for him to not use stairs when he ran around Beehawk's castle. Again, this is just one of those magic clips. I was extremely lucky with this one.
This just shows another...
All right, I think this is the second to last Easter egg, the final title for the Sea of Thieves footage. So, It's Over Now 2016. This is, much like the Elvis song I referenced, there is a Star Wars song. It was from the show Star Wars Rebels, and it's titled It's Over Now. And the episode that this song premiered in was in 2016. So that's where it comes from. You guys should really give that a listen to. Type in It's Over Now. In fact, yeah, if you guys are ever interested in all the music, I have all the song credits listed there. And, oh, well, I don't have it listed because I didn't use the music. But, yeah, It's Over Now, Star Wars, look it up. You might be emotionally impacted. It is a very powerful song. And it's only 2 minutes long, I believe. But, yeah, that's where it comes from.
Another side of humanity to the good doctor. In conclusion, with his swords and medical expertise, Dr. Zolo has only performed the miraculous. Perhaps after he emerges from Wano, there will be more information to his journey.
So this was kind of a front because it's there could be a part 2 next year. Ooh, but in order to make sure OG doesn't have his way, I go with the following approach.
But with this, our show has come to an end. This is also in part because we have been notified that a giant ball of magma is headed for our studio. With this, we would like to thank our founder, Mr. OG, our sponsor for this series, Mr. Big News Morgans.
Yeah, that's the final Easter egg. Morgans has been sponsoring this show, The Shonen Studies.
And to you, our dear viewer, be sure to like, comment, rate, and subscribe.
Oh, I forgot about that line. So yeah, in the olden days of YouTube, there was a time where you could rate the videos you watched by up to 5 stars. So in order to give the full stupid package, I say like, comment, rate, and subscribe. Now, this is a Trevor Tiger joke, because on my channel, I do not believe in the practice of saying, hey guys, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell. I don't feel like telling people what to do. I really don't, especially in terms of subscribing. If you guys like my content, you will subscribe. It's just natural. I don't have to tell you guys, like, oh, do you possibly like me? Why don't you subscribe to me? Ring the bell. Yeah, that's cool. Thanks. It's so cringy. I don't ever want to do that. So, of course, being the April Fool's video, this is one of those rare times where I finally get to say like, comment, and subscribe if you want more delicious content. Yeah, I think we're almost done. I think there's just 2 more things to reference after this.
If you enjoyed our content, thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.
And a kind who killed us all. And then I think there's a blooper. Yeah.
Madam Crocodile in Foreign Affairs. Maelstrom Spider Squad in publicly. Yes, Maelstrom Spider Squad in.
Yeah, I was very. There's been many times when I do record sessions where I just kind of go off on that, because if I mess up, I kind of just want to go off on it, because A, it loosens my lips a little. And B, it just gets me re-energized. Instead of having the blooper weigh me down, it's like, haha, let's just go off of that. I like to do that. So yeah, little fun fact.
It's so stupid.
All right, and so I'm going to let the music play here for a few seconds. So yeah, usually I would have music from Devil May Cry 5, like Any Special Orders, Nico Shop version. Because, my god, that song is bopping. But being an April Fool's video, I decided to take like a Kirby song from Return to Dreamland for the Wii. And it's called Through the Woods from Kirby Return to Dreamland. Little happy chipper song, really letting you guys know that don't take this seriously. But of course, the only time I do get serious is if I throw in Shonen OG to promote him. And for one last bit of inconsistency, I decide to, well, take a look at where OG is and look where I'm at. For one last bit of inconsistency, I decide to make sure that that we would not be balanced. Like, even our YouTube videos that we're promoting, they're not even aligned, and we're not aligned. It's just that one little bit that I just wanted to go off on. But that's essentially it. That was the behind the scenes. If you guys want to see more of this shit, just let me know. I can definitely go like more behind the scenes on any of my older videos or whatnot. But yeah, I just wanted to give this a shot and see if anyone liked it here. But that is it for me. My throat's dry. I'm hungry. I'm thirsty. And I got work to do. There's other videos in the works. So, yeah, as usual, update. Same as last time. One Piece Stampede. Well, I haven't worked on that at all. Just going to give it some time because I've got other stuff to work on. New episode of Talk Piece coming out very soon. Like in the next few days, I hope. And from there, just be on the lookout. I got a few surprises for everyone coming up. So yes, thank you all so much for joining me, old viewers and new. But yes, have a wonderful day, weekend, wherever you're at, and just have a good one. I will see you all then, you legends.